Okay, Laurie. So you take they're 9.5, 10-inch pieces, and you're going to lay them out on your board. And you're going to, first of all, take the raw edges. They're folded. So you're going to take the raw edges over here on the left, and you're going to make a straight line so that they're all even. That's the first thing you're going to do. So now you've got a straight edge to work with. Unless you got to go back and cut a piece that didn't cut. I think I need a new blade. Okay, so now you got a straight edge to work with. This is the folded edge over here. So I just measured everything, and for me, 9.5, half of that would be 4.5, and 4.5 would be 9. So I'm going to make each piece 4.5 inches by 6 inches. So first I'm going to cut my 6 inches. So I'm going to go down here. I've already got it set up. Move the straight edge down. Make sure they're all straight here. Move the straight edge down. Doesn't matter if they're even over on this side. On your left side, they need to be straight. From 1 to 9.5 or 1 to 10. Then you're going to take your ruler and you're going to do the 6 inches. Unless you lost your ruler. There it is, hiding. Okay, now you're going to do the 6-inch one. Same way. 6 inches. Then you're going to move it over to 12 inches. Then you're going to move it to 18 inches. Still keeping that bottom straight. 18. Okay, then you're going to have this folded piece. If you open up that folded piece, or if you just come from the fold over 3 inches, that'll be 6. So move it over so you can cut off that end. So when you open that 3 inches up, it's going to be 6 inches. Just make sure these ends are straight when you do it because they're folded different. So make sure they're all straight at the bottom and the edge of the folded edge. Put it right on any line and measure 3 inches to the left. So when you open the fold, it will be 6 inches. Okay, there you go. So that's going to be a 6-inch piece. So now you put them all back on the board again. Make sure they're straight. This one got off a little bit, so I had to move it. So make sure it's straight on the bottom, straight on the edge of the folded ones. And the same thing with the other ones, straight across. Straight across. Because now you're going to cut your 4.5. So now you're going to take your ruler and measure 4.5. And 4.5. Make sure it stays straight. Mine moved a little bit. Four and a half. Definitely need to change my blade. 4.5, 4.5. This one moved. Just put it on the line. 4.5. So now you've got, all these are 6 by 4.5, 6 by 4.5, 6 by 4.5. And when you open this one up, it's also 6 by 4.5, these 3 little squares, okay? Now you've still got this one on the bottom here, so you're gonna move it over 4.5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4.5. You're really just gonna, that will be 8.5. Just move it over, get it right on the line. I'm just gonna move mine right over to a straight line. Then I'm going to measure 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inches. Be there. Eight and a half. So you're really only cutting off about a 1/2 inch on some, 3/4 of an inch on some. Oh, definitely need to change my blade. Just make sure it stays straight. Make sure you move it if you need to make it all 4.5 inches. You know that. So there's 4.5, 4.5. Okay, so all I've wasted is about a 1/2 inch strip. I've used every bit of material, and that's what you want to do so you don't waste any. So now I got the same end pieces that are 6 by 4.5, 6 by 4.5, 6 by 4.5. So that's all you do. That's half of my material. So I did 3 pieces there. I'm going to do the next 2 pieces just like that, and I'll be done. And then you start laying them out.